Radha Pramod Prabhu is not to be seen here. Is he taking a class? He has not informed me yet. I don't see Radha Pramod Prabhu here. Maybe he has just gone out. He will come back in, I guess. He did not inform me whether he was going to take the class or not. I will ask him. Just hold on for a second. I'll just ask him. In the meantime, oh, he has joined here. Okay, he has joined now. Okay. Radha Pramod Prabhu, you are the host. You can unmute yourself.
Hare. Prabhu, actually, this Daksha, I wanted to add this point.
Half
Daksha, he.
half of people have already dropped out, Prabhu.
Oh, anyway, you can share next time. I'll
Okay.
just share this. So,
Yeah.
what happens is he gets a goat head first. That is the first
Yeah.
death he has by Veerabhadra. Then he
Yeah.
could not continue as a goat because he's a Prajapati. Then he leaves
Mm,
his body. That is
yeah.
second death.
Correct. Correct.
Then he takes birth as the son of Prachetas, and now from
Correct.
here he continues till four manvantras he performs from Swayambhu
Yeah.
Manu till
Exactly.
Chakshu.
That's exactly
Uh,
what I also mentioned, actually.
yeah, and because he went for austerities, there is no progeny. That's why Priyavrat has to come to continue as the
Yeah.
king.
Correct. Correct. Yes.
Yeah, Swayambhu Manu's lineage ends with Daksha here.
Yeah. Correct.
That's why fifth canto comes with Priyavrat Maharaj is entering.
Yeah. Uttanapad's lineage ends there.
Sorry, Uttanapad lineage ends here, and then Priyavrat comes.
Correct. 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 Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Prabhu. Thank you. Okay, you can take over, Prabhu. You are the
Yeah.
host now.
Sure, sure. हरे कृष्ण ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः हरे कृष्ण So we'll continue our discussion. This Bhagavatam is covering psychology. Bhagavatam is covering here the man-woman relationship dynamics, everything. So here we can see there is some very important because it has so many. Actually, it is taking the most uh, vital aspects of human life, which helps us to become closer to Krishna. So that is the purpose. So any pastime that is spoken or any thing that is given by Sukadeva Goswami has a very important purpose to elevate our consciousness. So this is something which is very important for us to know. That's the reason he is putting this. And for Parikshit Maharaj, he has only 7 days. So that means because it is very vital. And for Parikshit Maharaj, he is not just hearing, he is immediately realizing this also. So there is a difference between ordinary people and Parikshit Maharaj. He is not only just hearing, he is realizing. For us, we have to hear, then realize when we have to do our sadhana. Parikshit Maharaj already did sadhana. He already did so much sadhana. So for him, as soon as he hears something, he is able to realize it. So that is the advantage. So if we live our life properly as a grahastha also or a brahmachari, anybody who lives according to dharma, what happens is mind becomes very clean by the end of his life. So whatever knowledge he got, it turns into realization. For him to focus mind on Krishna will becomes easy. So it is never a loss actually. Living proper life as whatever ashram one is there, living a proper life is not damaging the mind. So that is the most important thing person should do. You should not damage the mind. Any activity which you are doing which is not against the which is against the scriptures will damage the mind. Why we have to follow dharma? To protect our mind, we have to follow dharma. That is the point. So here we see from Puranjana, he is now going to act wrongly, but his wife will protect him. And we'll just read. The great sage Narada said, "My dear king, those two, the man and woman, supporting one another through mutual understanding, entered that city and enjoyed life for 100 years." That means mind and the soul entered into the body. And for 100 years, they are enjoying. So many professional singers used to sing about the glories of Puranjana and his glorious activities. And it was too hot in summer, he used to enter a reservoir of water. He would surround himself with many women and enjoy their company. And this is Prabhupada is comparing, of course, Acharya is comparing, it's like a dream. So you are entering into that, means you are in a dream also, we are having some enjoyment. And Prabhupada is writing in this verse, life in the dream state is described for the activities Puranjana accomplished during the day were also reflected at night in the dream state. Puranjana used to live with his wife for sense enjoyment, and at night, this very sense enjoyment was appreciated in different ways. A man sleeps very soundly when he is greatly fatigued. And when a rich man is greatly fatigued, he goes to his garden house with his female friends and there enters the water and enjoy their company. Such is the tendency of living entity within the material world. A living entity is never satisfied with one woman. So this was our yesterday's discussion. And he says that of the nine gates in that city, seven are so on the surface and two are subterranean. A total of 9 doors were constructed, and these led to different places. All these gates are used by city's governor. So we discussed yesterday that all these gates gives pleasure. So tongue, a mouth is giving pleasure, eyes are giving pleasure, nose is giving pleasure, ears are, all the holes give pleasure, and of course pain also. So to the degree we enjoy the pleasure, to the degree we get pain also. It is not just pleasure, both will happen. So pain and pleasure both will come because of these 9 gates. With our to if we are so much enjoying, then they cause that problem, and after some time they are not satisfied, they become weak. We have to our eyes become weak, nose become weak, ears become weak, and so everything is going to deep. So the 7 gates of the body are situated up. So we know this system. It is said, Prabhupada said that uh, the system of opening different gates to different places is still evident in old Indian cities. Formerly, a capital was surrounded by walls, and one passed through various gates to go to various cities or towards specific directions. In old Delhi, there are still remnants of surrounding walls and various gates known as Kashmir Gate, Lahore Gate, etc. Similarly, in Ahmedabad, there is Delhi Gate. The point of this simile is that the living entity want to enjoy different types of material opulence, and to this end, nature has given him various holes in the body he can utilize for sense gratification. The holes are for different sense enjoyment. As soon as the living entity enters into mother womb, first thing are formed is the holes are found. These 9 holes are found, and slowly they develop. And he says, "My dear king, the 9 doors, 5 led towards the eastern side, one led toward the northern side, one towards the southern side, and two towards the west side. I shall try to give names to these different doors." So, and this we have discussed this. So, nose, mouth, and all. The 5 look forward. These are the descriptions as the doors of eastern side. Since looking forward means seeing the sun, so these are describing of eastern gates because sun is rising in the east, and the gate on the northern side and the gate on the southern side represents 2 years because they are in opposite, and 2 gates facing west side represent rectum and genitals. All doors and gates are described below. So further, Narada Muni is explaining about the gates. Basically, he's telling about the body only. The two gates named mm, Kadyota and Abirmukhi were situated facing the eastern side, but they were constructed in one place. Though these two gates, the king used to go to the city of Vibrajita, accompanied by a friend whose name was Dhumna. So the two names, Kadyotha and Vimukhi, means glowworm and torchlight. This indicates that the two eyes, the left eye is less powerful in its ability to see, although both eyes are constructed in one place, one is stronger than the other in the power to see. The king or the living entity use these two gates to see things properly, but he cannot see unless accompanied by the friend whose name is Jhuma. That is who? Sun. So we need light also. I have eyes. If there is no light, what I will see? In the night, we switch off light. We need light. So although the two eyes are situated in one place, they have no power to see without sunlight. Vibrajitam Janapadam. If one want to see something very clearly, he must see it with two eyes and the assistant of his friend the sunlight. Within this body, everyone is a king because he uses his different gates according to his own will. Although he is very much proud of his power to see or hear, he is nonetheless dependent on the assistance of nature. So here we are all kings because we have a control over something. But even though we have control, I want to see, but I need sun also. So I need some assistant. The assistance is from the nature. What happens is if we start looking things in this way, that I need assistance of sun to look, I need assistant of so the next one it says that similarly in the east there are two sets of gates named Nalini and Nalini, and these two are constructed in one place. These two gates the king accompanied by friend Avadhuta used to go to the city Saurabha. So here this is breathing process, but we need air also, right, to enjoy the aroma of from the nostrils. So we see that we are not independently able to do much. We need assistance from the nature. So that means how much dependent we are. So that is the point. So next to two, it is talking about the fifth gate is situated on the eastern side named Mukhya and accompanied by Rajasa and Vipna used to visit places Bhudana and Apana. So here it is describing mouth. So it has a function of eating also and sleeping also. So for that, it has our mm, eating is done with the friend rasagnya, the tongue, which can taste so many different types of food. The tongue is also used for speaking. It can speak of either material sense enjoyment or Vedic knowledge. Of course, these material sense enjoyment is stressed, therefore, the word rasagnya is used, and we need water for it. Otherwise, we cannot taste anything. So the system is so nicely made and very delicate system. The southern gate, Pitru, known as Pitru, and through the gate, King Puranjana used to visit the same Dakshina Panchala, accompanied by his friend Srutadhara. So the right ear is used for karma kandya or fruitive activities. As long as one is attached to enjoyment for material resources, he hears from right ear and uses the five senses to elevate himself to higher planet system like Pitruloka. Consequently, the right ear is here described as Pitrugata. And so here, Srutadhara is actually the Vedic hymns, which are the fruitive activities which he is going to hear from it. So there is some assistance is needed for all the senses. And then he has on the southern side the gate is De, Devahu. Through that gate, King Puranjana used to go to his friend Shrutadhara to the place known as Uttara Panchala. So these two years are situated on the northern and eastern side. So northern and southern side. The ear on the southern side is very strong, always anxious to hear about sense enjoyment. The ear on the northern side, however, is used for taking initiation from the spiritual master for gaining promotion to spiritual sky. So one is for going to the heavenly planets, enjoying this material world. One is for spiritual. The right ear or the ear on the southern side is called Pitru, which indicates that it is used for attaining higher planetary systems named Pitruloka. But left ear, known as Devahu, is usually for hearing about higher planet systems like Maharloka, Tapaloka, Brahmaloka, and yet even higher planets situated in the spiritual universe, where one becomes more inclined to be permanently situated, as explained in Bhagavad Gita. Yanti Devavrta Devan Pittum Yanti Pittivata. So, one who is interested in being happy on this planet as well as after death generally want to elevate to the Pitralokas. Such persons can use the right ear for hearing Vedic instructions. So, Vedic instructions are the assistants here. However, one who is interested in going to Tapaloka and all, they have to hear from the spiritual master. So, both places you need assistant, and we should be clear about the assistants also. And the next one he says this on the western side was a gate named Asuri. Through that gate, King Puranjana used to go to city Gramaka, accompanied by the friend Dhurmada. So, gate on the western side of the city was known as Asuri because it was especially meant for Asuras. The word Asuri refers to those who are interested in sense gratification, especially sex life, to which they are overly attracted. Thus, Puranjana, the living entity, enjoys himself to his great satisfaction by means of genitals. Consequently, he used to go to the place known as Gramaka. Material sense gratification is called Gramya, and the place where sex life is indulged in great extent is Gramaka. When going to Gramaka, Puranjana used to be accompanied by the friend Dhurmada. The word Vishaya refers to four bodily necessities eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. The word Dhurmedan may be analyzed in this way. Dhur means dushta or sinful, and Madha means madness. Every living entity who is in contact with material nature is called Madha or mad. It is said पिशाची पाहिले येना मति छन्न हया माया ग्रस्त जीवेरा हया se bhava udaya. This is from Prema Vivarta. When a person is haunted, he becomes practically insane. When one is in an insane condition, he speaks all kinds of nonsense. Thus, he becomes engaged in sense gratification. One has to accept a friend who is Durmada or badly affected by material diseases. So here, to we need a wrong association. So what is the assistant for enjoying in this material world? That is Durmada. Durmada means wrong association. He has to accept a friend who is Durmada or badly affected by material diseases. So the word Asuri Nama Panchad Vaha, as significant in another sense, the sun rises is first visible from east side, the Bay of Bengal, and gradually it progresses towards west. It is practically experienced that people in the west are more addicted to sense gratification. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has certified. Pishachi Loka Sabha Mudha, sorry, Paschimere Loka Sabha Muda Anachara. The more one goes to the west side, the more he will find people disinterested in spiritual life. He will find them behaving against Vedic standards. Because of this, people living in the West are more addicted to sense gratification. In this Bhagavatam, it is confirmed. Asuri nama paschadvaha. In other words, the population in the western side is interested in Asuri civilization, that is a materialistic way of life. Lord Chaitanya consequently wanted his Krishna consciousness movement to be preached on the western side of the world so that people addicted to sense gratification may be benefited by his teaching. So it starts from Bay of Bengal, that is the easternmost part. That means when it west means it is China. It ends with China, all this South Korea, no, Philippines, and all. They are the last people to take to Krishna consciousness. You can see that people in Russia are taking more Krishna conscious, and then little less is in Europe. Europe also we have, and then America it goes. The people inclination for people is much more in the east coast. In America also, eastern side more people will take, and west coast is like more sense gratification. It is very difficult for them. It is considered like all this no, uh, New Orleans and all. So very people are so much into sense gratification. And then further you go, then China and all this comes. They are much more into very deep sense gratification. So that's actually what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. So it's very difficult for them to take Krishna consciousness. That's why even Prabhupada, he went, but not much result. People are too gross. Another gate on the western side was known as Niriti. Puranjana used to go through this gate to the place known as Vaishasha, accompanied by a friend Lubhadaka. This is a reference of rectum. Rectum is to be situated on the western side of the eyes, nose, and ears. This gate is especially meant for death. When ordinary living entity abandons his present body, he passes through rectum. This is it is therefore painful. When one is called by nature to evacuate, one also experiences pain. The friend of the living entity who accompany him through this gate is called Lubadaka, which means greed. Due to our greed, we eat unnecessarily, and such gluttony causes pain at the time of evacuation. The conclusion is that the living entity feels well if he evacuates properly. This gate is known as Nirti, or the painful gate. So we need this gate because we are enjoying and we want to continue our enjoyment. So it's very nice system Lord created. All the nine holes gives different type of enjoyment. So with the eyes, we are seeing certain things. With the nose, we are smelling. The assistant is air. For eyes, it is sun. For the tongue, the assistant is water. And for ears, it is Shastra. We hear and then we do. We don't hear Shastra, we do something. Right ear for sense gratification, left is for hearing spiritual knowledge. And then we have anus and rectum. Genitals, the pleasure is wrong association. And for anus, it is greed. So this is how we have to see the connection with all the things. So how we are enjoying and how what is the assistance that is given by the Lord. So Lord is so merciful. He created such a complicated system, and still people say no, everything came by chance. How foolish, you know. You have such a complicated system that is given with assistance how to enjoy in this world, and how can something be so by chance? If I have to, Lord is creating everything simultaneously. He's creating. I will maybe on Monday I will explain about the different elements. Actually, they are in a subtle form when Lord creates, and they become gross form, which we are seeing in the form after Brahma's creation. So there are different levels of creation. So initial creation, everything is very subtle. After Brahma create, they enter into this gross form what we are seeing now. So it is not Lord's. This is all Brahma's creation. Lord's creation is much more different. This is Sarga. This is all Visarga. We are in a secondary level, and we have access for secondary level only. So what to speak of primary thing? And beyond that is spirit. So how can we understand spirit with? We can only access things which are very gross. Not even subtle things we have access. We cannot see the subtle elements. Uh, of the many inhabitants of the city, there are two persons named Nirvaka and Peshashkrit. Although King Puranjana was the ruler of the citizens who possessed eyes, he unfortunately used to assist with these blind men. Accompanied by them, he used to go here and there and perform various activities. So, who are these blind men? They are the legs and hands. They don't have eyes, but we need their assistance. The two legs do not speak, they are blind. If a person simply trusts his legs to take him walk, he is likely to fall into a hole or a bump into something. Thus, led by blind legs, one's life may be placed in jeopardy. Of the senses, when they are working, the hands, legs are very important, but they have no eyes to see. This means that in the hands and legs there are no holes. In the hands there are many, in the head there are many holes, eyes, nose, and mouth. But lower down in the arms and legs there are no holes. Consequently, arms and legs have been described as anda, blind. Although the living entity has many holes in the body, he nevertheless have to work with his hands and legs. Although living entity is a master of many other senses, when he has to go somewhere to do something or touch something, he used his blind legs and hands. Actually, they are much more safer than this other senses. Other senses, na, they have so much demand. Eyes have demand, tongue has demand, ears have demand, at only demand don't have his hands and legs. They just do whatever is told. Hand tells lift here, lift there. Of course, they become weak sometimes, but otherwise they are ready to do whatever is told if properly. Otherwise, other senses they have more demands. Very difficult. Sometimes he used to go to his private home with one of his chief servant, the mind, who was named Vishuchina. At that time, illusion, satisfaction, and happiness used to be produced from his wife and children. So we'll see what is this. According to Vedic conclusion, oneself is situated within the heart. So where is our? It is the heart place. That's why people are having this heart symbol. So, as stated in Vedic language, Hridyam Atma Patishtitaha. The self is situated in the heart. So all the pain comes here in the heart because that is there, the soul is there. And people give their heart. That means they are giving. So in the material condition, however, the spirit soul is covered by material qualities, namely goodness, passion, ignorance. And within the heart, these three qualities react. For instance, when one is in goodness, he feels happiness. When is passion, he feels satisfaction through material enjoyment. When he's in darkness, he feels bewilderment. All these activities are of mind. Now, what is mind made of? Mind is made of these three modes only. This is very important to understand. Our mind, the composition of mind is three modes only. But mind in Sattva is a stable state because it's the original state. That is the that's why we have to bring our mind to mode of goodness. It will help us to become more peaceful and happy. If it is in passion ignorance, it's a problem. So we say na swasthya. Swasthya means to be situated in the self. That is called swasthya. How is your swasthya? If you in the local language or in the Hindi or Telugu, आपका स्वास्थ्य कैसा है? They use this word swasthya. That means to be situated in self. That means mind is in a peaceful state, a stable state. The stable state of mind is mode of goodness when I am acting in goodness. All the diseases are because mind is in passion and ignorance. Any disease comes, no, it is psychosomatic disease. First, the disease come in the mind, many of the diseases, then it enters into the body. Somatopsych diseases will also be there, but the disease mostly from the mind, many of them. Blood pressure, sugar, or any chronic disease, it all starts from the mind only. Even cancer also, it's all mind. Why? Mind is in passion and ignorance. We have to keep mind. People say be regulated, be regulated. Regulated for what? Regulation is for mind, to keep the mind in mode of goodness. So these three qualities are from all these activities of mind, and they function on the platform of thinking, feeling, and willing. So when the living entity is encircled by wife, children, and home, he acts on the mental plane. Sometimes he's very happy, sometimes he's very satisfied, sometimes he's not satisfied, sometimes he is bewildered. Bewilderment is called moha, illusion. Illusioned by society, friendship, and love. The living entity thinks that his so called society, friendship, and love, nationality, etc., will give him protection. Very important. This, when I heard first time, I was like, this is the greatest. Uh, Prabhupada says, friendship, family, friendship, and love. All three things. He says this is the greatest illusion. So we are so much interested in our family, we are interested in our friendship, and we are interested in love. Purposes, all three things are illusion. I was so happy hearing it because you don't get it, then why to try for it? Then you don't try. It's just, yeah, good. Anyway, you don't have it, and you can be very happy. So this is the best way to be happy. That knowing that there is nothing to try in this world. So then you can be peaceful. Even if people are getting also, that is illusion. So what is the point in getting illusion? You got a big illusion. What is the point in getting something which is illusory? There is no nothing. They got a big society, they have a big family, they have great love. Yeah, it is all illusion. So all the best. We are not worried about it. So this is very important. Yeah, we should not take illusion so seriously. So this is a very nice thing. Illusioned by society, friendship, and love. The living entity thinks that his so called society, friendship, and love, nationality, community will give him protection. He does not know. After that, he will be thrown into the hands of very strong metal nature, and that will force him to accept a certain type of body according to his present birth. This body may not even be human body. So it is not how I am getting now. It is what I am going to get in future also. That also should be taken in consideration. I cannot just think, okay, what I am getting in this life. This life, but what about next life also? You have to plan for both. In this life also be happy. Next life also you can be happy if you follow properly. It is not that okay, now we see that okay, Prachetas are given so long life, and Dhruv Maharaj is given so long life to enjoy, and Lord is making Yudhishthir king for and giving so much opulence to enjoy. Prahalad is given. What is the point of giving opulence, family, and long health, and all these things for devotees then, if it is illusion? So the point is that the enjoyment will be there, but he will not be illusioned. What is the difference is the ahankara that it is mine and for my enjoyment, that is not there. So then even you are having facility and you are enjoying facility, there is no problem. So many times I give this example that family, society, friendship and love is not a problem. Problem is the identification is problem. So say now I am in Vrindavan, so I am given some facility to stay here. Now I very consciously know it is not my facility, but I am enjoying all the facility. I have a kitchen to cook. I have proper place to stay. Everything, all facilities are there. I am having all facilities, but I am conscious that it is not mine, and it is not that I am not enjoying. I am enjoying, but conscious that it is not mine. So it is not a problem. So it will not it will not entangle me because I know after few days I have to leave this place. So it is easy in that way to enjoy in this world, knowing whom it belongs to. Ishavasha principle. So family, society, friendship, and love is illusion only if you are thinking it is mine. No, it is Krishna's. He gave for some time and he may take it. So if you know he takes it, we will be very careful in taking it. We take care of the things properly, responsibly, but will not be attached also. Oh, this is the way to. And even if you purchase the house on your name, still if you can think, oh, I have to live one day. Let me take care of it nicely because Krishna gave me for some time. I will take care of it very nicely for some time and then I live. Same thing with the family also. Krishna gave family for some time and he will take it back also. Don't think he will not take. All the family members, either you will be going out of the family members or family members will go from you. Something will happen. So we should not be in illusion. We should be very clear. When a living entity is, so this is the body may not be even human body if we are not doing like that. Everyone who is not in Krishna conscious must be considered to be in illusion. So this is the point. It is not that they are having a big family and all. It is not something wrong. It is okay. But thing is, they are not Krishna conscious. That is the problem. One so-called feeling of happiness and satisfaction resulting from material things is also illusion. Actually, neither society, friendship, love, nor anything else can solve one from onslaught of external energy, which is symptomized by birth, death, old age, and disease. To get even one living entity out of the illusory condition is very difficult. Therefore, Lord Krishna says, Daiviyesha Gudamayi Mamamaya Duratya. Very difficult to overcome this. Even if family members are devotees, they will also be separated, right? So if they are not devotees, devotee does not matter only. Our attachment in this world is cause of pain because the pleasure we get in attachment is in mode of passion. Please try to understand. When we attach to something, we get some pleasure. That pleasure is in passion, that is not in goodness. That's why when that pleasure goes, you get pain. But if you enjoy, experience something in goodness, then that will not have any big problem. But passion is through attachment. I am attached and I am attached to success. Attachment to success is what? It is pleasure in passion. And what happens with that? When we fail, we suffer. Attachment to name, fame, glory, all these things, money, property, all these things gives pleasure, but that pleasure is in passion. That's why it is painful. If we are enjoying in goodness, there is no pain. So enjoyment is allowed, but enjoyment like I am play say sports and all this entertainment industry, it causes maximum pain because it gives maximum pleasure also. So this we should be very clear about it. What type of pleasure I am getting? If you are in a family life and your pleasure is because of attachment, rest assured pain is going to come. If your attachment, you love people but you are not attached, you are affectionate to them, not attached, no problem. You can live hundreds of years like that, Ishopanishad says, without suffering. You can live like that. It's clear? Any questions, comments? We are going very slow, but I think it's okay. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah, Prabhuji, you explained about the attachment and the happiness and passion, right? So you will get extreme pain as well if you enjoy. Enjoyment is also higher and equally the suffering also higher because if you are in the mode of passion, that was you explained, no, Prabhuji. So what
Yeah.
is the enjoyment and goodness, Prabhuji? Can you just give an example, Prabhuji?
Oh, enjoyment and goodness is the responsibility when you take, when you try to do it in a proper way, you feel some sort of happiness. Say, like you are taking responsibility and you did it properly. Like you cooked for the Lord. Even though you didn't eat that, but you offered to the Lord very nicely and you felt I did my service very nicely. And even Ekadasi also, you cook 10 items and serve the Lord. You didn't eat. On festivals, we cook so many items and offer to the Lord. We are fasting. You feel some, even for the Lord, but even for outside people also, they may not do for the Lord, but they are doing their family responsibility nightly. Any dharma you do, you get some happiness. That is in
Anything
goodness.
related to devotional activity you're telling, Prabhuji? Or anything,
Anything
dharma.
outside, people are following dharma properly, na? They're
Okay.
taking proper dharma following outside. They
Okay.
also, like, they are doing some social service or doing any dharmic activity and any proper dharma as a, okay, I am a kshatriya, I should do my duty as a kshatriya properly. I'm a vaishya, I should do my duty as a vaishya properly. If they are doing it, it's not with the result.
Okay,
It's not result, but the activity itself will make them happy.
okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so
That
much.
is goodness. If you are getting pleasure in the activity itself, you are getting pleasure in goodness.
But they are not looking for the result. Just by doing the action itself, they become happy. That is what,
Huh.
Prabhuji?
Result will come, you get pleasure in result, but that's not a big problem. That will not cause entanglement because you are more happy in the activity.
Activity
And
itself.
if you do activity properly, result will definitely come. But that is not going to cause pain, suffering.
Okay. It is because it is according to the dharma. That's it.
Because result does not depend on your action. That's why.
Yes, yes,
Result
Prabhuji.
is something separate based on the karma. But if you perform activity nicely, then the result will also come. It's not that it will not come, but not every time the result will come the way we want. So, but still, it will not affect us.
Oh, okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Ramesh.
Any other? Yes, bro. Sinos, bro. You can unmute, bro.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, bro.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. Thank you so much
Thank
for the insight. In fact, I also heard it for the first time that this love, family, and friendship is an illusion. So it's eye-opening, actually. So how do we understand in a grihastha life? How do we take to this? Because we get attached to family, friendship, and love. So while practicing devotion, how can we balance this?
Oh, we need not give up anything, bro. We just have to see how they are connected to Krishna,
Hmm.
and Krishna gave me for some time that facility. So he want you to enjoy that facility, but knowing whom it belongs to.
So it's very difficult to continuously, like, we get so much involved uh, in this lifetime. So how to help it on a regular basis? To understand that this is a facility which has been given to me by Krishna, and not this is not mine. How to remind oneself?
One thing, bro, we should not have the controlling mentality. We should not control them. We should facilitate them.
Mhm.
Things should not go according to my way. Things should will go according to Krishna's way. I only have to facilitate the people who are with me.
Mhm.
Like my wife is there, children are there. I have to give them facility to become for them to become Krishna conscious. I should not control them. They need not do the way I want. They will do according to Krishna's will only.
Hmm. Very, very
So I
nice.
have generally what happens is we want things our way. We
Correct,
want to
correct,
the controller. So
correct,
there the problem comes.
correct.
No, you just give them facility and let them try their best, because we are also
Your voice is not there, bro. I missed your voice.
Hare Krishna. Sorry,
You are not
it
audible.
got
Huh.
switched off.
No,
So
no,
the
no.
point is that Hare Krishna.
Yes,
So
yes.
the point is that we have to see that we don't want to control anyone. We only want to help them to give the facilities, either live as a spiritual life or dharmic life, and they have their choice. And they may become spiritual also, or they may live at least dharmic life. But we have to do our responsibility of helping them. Sometime in terms of helping, we may have to be little strict also. We may have to become little sometimes angry also. But that's not a problem. But ultimately, we have to be clear that whatever Krishna wants will happen. So we will not be. See, where the problem comes, bro, not in action what you are doing. The problem comes is you expect after doing from them.
Very true. Very true.
You expect from them. There the problem comes.
Correct. Expectation actually is the pain.
Yeah. So that is the main problem. So don't expect anything from them. And expectation is because of mode of passion that is affecting our intelligence. So if you can control that, if by our sadhana and all, we only pray to the Lord. Let me be instrument in serving you and the people who you have given me. So Lord is more interested in purifying you, and He has created that facility to purify you.
Yes.
If you understand that it is all the arrangement, I have to go through this situation, either painful or pressure, whatever situations He has given me, family life. Lord want me to go through all these situations so that it will, and I have to do it a proper way. We should not be irresponsible and try to avoid. I have to do this responsibly and get purified in this particular way. And that's actually what is the desire of Lord. So that should be very clear for us. If sometimes wife is not cooperative, children are not devotees, or sometimes they may not. Even that situation, or sometimes problems with mother, or even your brother, sister, or somebody, something or other will always have in life.
Correct.
All the people, if we are able to, what Krishna is expecting, that I want to give you all these things in a permanent relationship in the spiritual world. First, whatever I gave you here, you work with them nicely. Try to prove to me that you are doing all this relationship properly. I'll make you permanent. This is a
Very,
temporary job I gave you. You do it nicely. I'll give you a permanent job in the spiritual world where you'll have all permanent relationship.
very beautifully explained, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Correct.
I'm so grateful to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Correct. Any other questions, comments? Yeah. Okay. We'll end here. Thank you all very much. ग्रंथ Srimad Bhagavatam की जय, Srila Prabhupada की जय, हरे कृष्ण।